Right, let's take a look at three-piece chassis. Again, you can start with the four-piece and just glue everything on, but the three-piece has the sight rail and the box for the video system already in it. What we've found is if you print it in this orientation and the battery box and bipod mount are printed separately, it saves about 4 hours off your print. So you can, it is included to print it as a single piece as well, but we found this the most economical for us and allows you to start with a basic unit and then upgrade later if you decide this is something you really want to do. What I didn't get into earlier was we also have a clamp-on bipod mount for making the bigger units, which you would do with just the four-piece chassis, because there's no need for the video sight or any of that if you're lobbing it like rocket artillery. Alright, so additional pieces we've got going on here. We've got our bipod mount. We've pressed in 2 1/4" by 1.5" bolts. We've got our rear leg mount. We've got our drill jig. We have a back door for the camera. Our front sight. And we talked about the battery box. So from here, stuff just glues into place with a little bit of super glue. I want it. We'll just hold that for a second and let it sit while it bonds. While that's bonding, we can take our drill jig, 2 of our 10" by 1/2" pieces of PVC. Now if you've got a drill press and a V-block and you can drill center holes, not a problem. You can go ahead and use that, but this is handy for people who don't have a large shop to be able to make nice clean holes through the legs, and that'll help keep things straight. That's one of the things I really love about 3D printing is the ability to make jigs to do stuff. Second, the battery box, which again you don't need. This battery box holds 2 9-volt dry cells. There we go, right there. Sweet. Again, that'll need to sit for a couple minutes. While that is drying, let us look at the front sight. Front sight is held in place by, there it is, an M2 by 25 pan head screw, or pan head bolt, I guess, to be technical. And you're looking for them to go by. and it's set up so it's tight, so it cuts threads as it goes through, and the threads are really fine, so it takes a while. There is enough stick out on the front end here that if you end up needing to, if the holes are too loose, there's enough space to put a nut on the end and salvage your print. And just tighten it up to where you think it's got a good friction fit, which is right about there. Seems pretty good to me. Alright, so there's the completed chassis. While the gluing, I'm going to start with the rear leg. Rear leg is the 2-inch bolt dropped in through here. That goes into this bracket here, and then we put a wing nut on. That allows us to put in our rear leg and adjust its angle and its length to whatever we want it to be, which is how we set our angles when we're placing this in the field. It's got a little tooth arrangement so it doesn't slip. Alright, from there we'll part on some of the front legs. Boom. And of course I used the wrong one for that. With the front legs you're going to want to put on the washer and then the wing nut. Alright, that's how she stands up. So you can place her however you want. From there, like with the other chassis, I'm going to add a worm drive clamp. Sometimes it doesn't like to go through. And you just got to reach in with the screwdriver and coax it just a little bit from the back side. Ta-da! There, we can put in the right one. I've got several on my desk, different iterations. Right, by pie. loosen that up just a little bit to bring the notch in the actuator arm into alignment with the yes. Okay. Perfect. Slide this up to about there. All right, there we go.